Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you believe February is almost over? It's interesting, isn't it? And especially the energy that we're in right now. Like people are starting to feel like the momentum of the year, that one year, right? The fast paced, it's like fiery, but at the same time, there's that water element to it. It almost feels like you're being swept up by this massive river, right? It's like a pace, and especially if you don't have your goals set, if you haven't, let's see, if you're not organized in your goal settings and connecting to what you want to really create in this year, it feels overwhelming because there's just so much going on. Here's the thing, this is what makes it overwhelming. Yes, most of us did our intentions, most of us did our goals, and we are taking the steps necessary to make these happen. But on the path of making these happen, we're also like new gifts are being activated. New gifts are also being activated, and old gifts are also being amplified at this time. So that's where all that overwhelming energies is coming from. And also, of course, we're still working on letting go of the old. Here's the beauty of this year, right? So last year was just intense. It's like, oh my gosh, get your stuff done, get your shit done, right? Hi, Crystal. I know I kind of I'm reinventing myself. I do this every now and then. Um, hello, beautiful people. So, last year we really got the opportunity to kind of like get on top of things, let things go, step into our power. But it was a lot of work, a lot of grueling work, right? This year we step into a new energy that is more supportive in really getting us to do what we're here to do, create the life that we really want, right? But here's the thing, on the way to really live in that life that we've always dreamt of, we still need to release things. So there's that aspect of letting go of anything else that are still there. But it's more about the programming, like the limiting beliefs. There's emotional stuff, of course. And, with the moon cycle, we bring in those elements. We really get to tap into that deeper psyche to release more of those ancestral lineage programmings and trauma and whatever needs to be healed there. So we're getting those deeper mysteries really working in that deeper parts of our psyches. So this, oh my gosh, this year is just, it blows my mind. Like we're already in February, and like I catch myself feeling like it's December already. It's crazy. And here's the thing about this year, it's like our goals, I like to say our magical stories, right? Like how we see the vision of our true lives, like what we're here to live, that successful, abundant, happy, joyful, in love, full of life, vibrant, healthy, being that life that we know we're supposed to have. We can actually see it very clearly. And there is a reason to this. Is the energy of this year is to really amplify that vision, because if you can hold on to that vision, then all the other things that are in the way of it can rise up and be cleared away. That's some of the magic of this year. It's allowing you to keep that vision afloat. And so if you've noticed, it's so easy to tap into what you really want, right? You can see it, you can feel it, you can even taste it. Like it's so interesting because one of the things that I have an intention that I want to make my first 10,000 month, right? And it's so interesting because I'll look into my account and I will see that amount in there, and I'll have to like double look, and then of course it's something else. But the energy of this year is really helping you to keep that vision right there, so you can feel it, so you can see it, so you can really incorporate that as if you're already living it, because that being in that energy really helps you to manifest. It kind of puts more energy into it so you can manifest or bring it out forth. It's like that fire pushing it out. But at the same time, while we have that fire to help us to walk forward and create what we're here to create, we also bring up all those deep programming. And I'm saying, like, this is maybe the new moon in Pisces is like really bringing this energy, but it's a deep ancestral past life, even like trauma before you came on this planet. You know, like that, those programmings, that is what is coming up for you to release. But here's the thing, there's nothing to be afraid of it. You would think it will be a lot of work, right? The work actually comes in when you try to resist it from being released, because it is already programmed within this 1 year cycle, right? This year especially, to just simply, when it comes up, to just be released. But it is when you resist that release, when you resist that healing, that's where the work comes in. And so be aware that all that, those things that are coming up, the emotions, the thoughts that, you know, sometimes you're like, where did that come from? The last time I thought about this was like how many years ago, or when I was this, 7-year-old, or they're like old programming. And when you really tap into like working with my clients and like working on those levels, being able to see that soul level, the fragments, where it begun, the ancestral lineage, who it started with and why it started there. Because with each healing, there's a wisdom to it. And it's very important to understand the wisdom that comes with that. It's part of the letting go. You cannot let things go if you do not understand why it happened first. So knowing, let's say for me, an example is that there's this grief, okay? Like just this deep grief, like deep sadness. And for the longest time, it doesn't matter who was around me. And of course, on the outer part, I'm always smiling. It looks like I have everything in order. And I remember my friends would be like, you are so lucky. Like, how do you do it? You're so perfect. Everything is working for you. You have all these amazing friends. You have amazing family. And I would just say to myself, they have no idea that I feel like I'm dead inside. There was this grief, this deep grief inside. And it doesn't matter what I did. It just would not go away. And it wasn't until I started meeting my teachers. My first teacher, she's a shamanic teacher. I love her. I absolutely love her. She's my medicine woman. She's like my first teacher. But she really allowed me to travel past and connect to my lineage of medicine women, the past lives. Right? And I visited some of the past lives where I was a medicine woman and I was living alone in a forest. I mean, it was a beautiful forest and I was content being alone there, but I was alone. I was alone and I yearned to have a partner. I yearned to have people around me, but people were afraid of me because of my powers. And yes, they would come to me to be healed, but they wouldn't stick around. And so even though I was okay with being alone, there was still that deep grief. And that was just one past life that I was able to connect to be like, oh, look at, I also felt it here. And then looking back at even my own lineage, right? Through my mom's side and on my dad's side, there's a lot of medicine women. Like, I can't even tell you, like, this lineage is powerful. And these women all have that same grief. And so I came to this lifetime, and what did I do? Oh, hey, I will go ahead and break this pattern so that my daughter and her daughter and her daughter will never have to feel that grief ever again. I am doing the work now because I do not want my lineage from now on moving forward. And this includes even my sisters, right? My sisters and their lineage, I do not want them to feel that grief. And so I am breaking that pattern. And I am doing that by being conscious of it, by going deep within, knowing that it sucks. I mean, even now that it's better, when I go there, I am there. It's deep and it's dark and it feels like I just want to go home. I just want to give up and go home. Like, why am I even here? I go back to that same cycle. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be on this planet. And it's that deep grief. But I know where that is coming from. I know where that is coming from. And I understand it. And I talk to it as if it's a human being standing right next to me. Okay, Abigail, why are you feeling this way? What triggered it? And how do we get over this? Are you ready to let it go? No? Okay, let's talk more about it. What is going on? Did someone piss you off? Did someone say something to you? And I journal a lot. I journal. I love journals. Anyone who knows me knows that pens and journals, love it. But there's a reason to that. When I write, when I'm holding that pen and I'm writing all my thoughts, right? All my feelings, the things that I cannot quite express out in words, I'm able to write it down. When I do, it's like the weight is being lifted off of me. My soul feels lighter when I write. It's a healing for me. And so sometimes I just need to, like, when I'm in those dark places, the only thing that can get me back up is writing. The only thing that can get me back out of that hole is by listening to amazing music, just beautiful music, maybe even starting to move my body to it. But I have a playlist that gets me out of there. Like right now, I have a system down that will help me get me out of it. So instead of me, spending years being in this grief mode, this ancient grief mode, right? I am only spending like hours on it. Hours, or just hours instead of years. And that's a huge step for me. And all of this work, all of this understanding, allowing myself to heal, allowing all these painful trauma and painful healing, so, like all of these to come up so I can release it, so I can really start stepping into the fullness of who I am and what I'm here to do. That abundant, successful, powerful woman. And so I want you guys, especially now with the new moon in Pisces, you're really going to be feeling this energy amplified. Really, allow it to come up. Here's the thing, you are supported. This is not like last year where we were being pimp slapped from left to right, This year, there's a nurturing, there's a support to this energy, because he really wants us, like at the end of this year, if you are not doing exactly what you're here to do, then you did not do the work. Then you are still asleep. But if you have done your work and you continue to do your work and you're stepping up every day, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, and you are just going through that process the best way you can, asking for help when you need it. I'm talking about both divine and physical help. You will be living in your dream, that dream life by the end of this year. That's the gift that this year is bringing us. It is a powerful year, and it's so soothing and supporting for us to really step into that. And so whatever it is being kicked up, you've done the hard work already. This is just the remnants of it, right? The remnants of it. And it is a deeper remnant. It is the deeper rest of stuff that needs to come up, basically. But here's the thing, when it comes out, just let it come up, and the energy of this year will simply just let it go. When you resist, you have to do more work. But when it comes up, you allow yourself to just say, okay, this is how I'm feeling. This kind of sucks right now. Why are you showing up right now? Where did you begin? How do I understand you more? And am I ready to release you now? If the answer is yes, you release it. You can do that in so many ways. If it is something that you feel like you cannot do, then like you can have another person, another healer, powerful healer, to help you do cord cuttings, to help you do energy healings, to help you do mindset stuff, to help you, through affirmations, releasing things, like anything to help you release it. You can simply even call the angels. That's like the easiest way. Call on the angels. Hey, I need you guys' help. This kind of sucks right now. And can you please help me understand this? Can you please help me to see the wisdom in this? Because I know whatever I'm feeling right now, I'm supposed to help someone else do it. It is part of my mission on this earth. Where for me, that grief, that inner grief, even though I have that, the gift in it is pure joy. That it doesn't matter what is going on in my life. It does not matter how far I have fallen. That joy is untouchable. I have divine joy. Untouchable divine joy. That is the wisdom. That is the gift of that deep grief. If I did not allow myself to go there and understand that grief and heal it and tap into all the areas where it came from, I would not be able to truly step into that joy, because that is my gift to the world as well, to bring joy. I bring joy wherever I am. Anyone who comes in contact with my energy receives divine, untouchable joy. That is my gift. And so I wanted to share. Yes, pimp slap. I like saying that a lot. I can't help it. Usually I say like with powder in the hands too. That's like more like cosmic 4x4 when I bring out the powder. But yes. So from now on, and I want you guys to really tap into the energy. Here's the thing. My work, and now I'm understanding it clearly because of my clear connection to the divine, to the sacred. It is my mission to bring that sacredness into the mundane, and also to bridge what is above to what is here. I am the mediator, and that's where that medium gift comes from. And also I'm a channel for the divine, and so I'm able to channel or to bring down the blessings, the gifts, the wisdom of the divine, and share that with the world. The joy is a huge part of it. Unconditional love of the divine is another part of it. And all of this, I am understanding this even perfectly because I'm allowing myself to dig deep, to really see those dark areas within me and not hating it or not being afraid of it, but really embracing it and sending more love there and understanding the wisdom of it. So from now on, and here's the thing, when we hit March, you think this month has been intense. When we hit March, oh, the fire's on. And it's going to be like that for the rest of the year. And so really, whatever comes up, know that its purpose is to make sure that by the end of this year, you are doing exactly what you're here to do and living the life that you know you're here to live. If you forget that, remember that. When the going gets tough, when things feel too much, remember this. You're going through it so that you can release it, heal it, upgrade it. I like that. Upgrade it so that by the end of this year, you are living your best life ever. That is the greatest gift. This is why we do the work, right? If we are happy, if we are truly living in that alignment with ourself, with our truth, with our mission, with the divine, then we can share that same thing with others. If we are disconnected with our divinity, with our purpose, then how are we supposed to help others be connected? Whether it's mindset, whether it's coaching, whether it's healing, whatever your gift is, if you do not know how to apply your own gift to yourself, and if you do not apply that gift to yourself, you cannot share that gift with anybody else. You can try all you want. It would not be as effective as if you have done it on yourself and continue to do it with yourself. Remember that. And this goes for any practitioner out there. When you're looking for a healer, when you're looking for a teacher, look for the ones who are actually applying the work to themselves, who are actually doing the work every day. Because every day they bring in more light. They bring in more light for you. And they can hold that sacred space for you to expand in ways that you cannot even imagine. Yeah. So that was my message for you today. That's what came in. And I wanted to share it. I never know what I'm going to talk about when I pop on here. I just get that you need to go do this. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Well, it's not usually that easy. Sometimes I resist. I'm like, well, let me eat first. And I'm like, go do this. But so thank you for receiving this message. If you have any questions at all, if you need to reach out to just process or just to whatever you feel like you need that I can help you with, please contact me. Okay, that's what I'm here to do. Thank you guys for showing up as always. Nisha, Crystal, oh my gosh, thank you guys for being here. I love you all. Have a good night. Bye.